be doing some makeup. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different than what I've been doing. I'm going to be using some Glam Light here. I've already done my eyebrows, the foundation. So we don't have a whole lot to do. Just mostly the eyes, guys. Mostly the eyes. And I need an eye primer to do these eyes. I don't know what happened to all my white eye primers, though. That's a little frustrating. They have, like, all disappeared on me. I have, like, 3 or 4 white eye primers, and every single one has disappeared. So we're going to go back in with the MAC Shade Stick, guys. And I'm going to be telling some stories again. I got eye burgers. You guys can guess whether or not it's true. Oh, I got a good one. So, I used to work in urgent cares, guys, as a provider. And sometimes I'd be the only person there. So, the only provider. So, one evening, let's get this one on. I had a dad bring in a, I don't know, 7 or 8-year-old child that had been shot in the eye with a BB gun to the urgent care. I am not qualified to do eye surgery. Believe it or not. I've never been qualified to do eye surgery. I don't even know if nurse practitioners can, maybe with enough right training, but on a whole, probably isn't something we should be doing is eye surgery. So anyway, I had to refer them to the emergency room and state that it was an emergency. I think I had them drive because it'd still be faster than an ambulance. But anyway, you guys can guess, is that a true story? Did somebody actually come in with a shot at eyeball from a BB gun? And now I am going in and putting a little bit of like green highlighter, guys, right here on the corner of my eye. I wish I had a little bit of white somewhere, but I don't think I do, to brighten that up a little bit, because that one that I use is just not very bright. I need a white, guys. And then, oh, here we go. Here's a white. Let's see how we can get this to go on. I don't know if I have the right brush. But I'm not seeing any guesses down there yet. What's the guesses? Is that a true story? Did someone really come in with an eyeball shot by a BB gun? Yes. Yes, they did. Yep. I do not know what happened because, again, they had to go to the emergency room for something like that. But I can remember just like, oh, heavens, I can't do eye surgery. I don't even know how to determine how far that BB's in the eye or anything. So referring them to the ER first thing. Now I'm taking a white eye primer, guys, and just kind of going over that to make it a little bit brighter. And we'll probably come back to this eye primer in a second and make this a little bit more, what's the word for it? Cut crease. Welcome, Viraj. Hello, how are you? I am doing pretty good today, I gotta say. Doing pretty good today. So I'm trying to think if I want pink or green on that bottom. I don't know. I think green's too much. Let's see about pink. I don't know. But let's go ahead and let's do the crease here. So I'm going to take this brush right here. I'm still deciding how I even want to do my makeup, guys. So if you're wondering what am I thinking about, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, I think I'm going to take this 12 Hours, this iridescent shade right here. This is actually Glam Light. It's like this one here looks like it's a bluish green. And I'm going to just pop that right here in the corner. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't even know that I've even used this shade like this. I don't even know if I've ever even used it. And I don't remember it being so pretty. That is really, look at that. That's really pretty. It's really iridescent. And it's like a blue purple, really. I don't even know if I'd say blue green. It's more like a blue purple. Oh, that looks good. Welcome, Kevin. Okay, now I'm going to think of another story to tell you guys. And you are again going to guess if it's true or not true. Okay. So, let me think of where, would you want this to be a hillbilly story or a city? Thank you, Kevin. I love that. Hi. I'm trying to think if we want it to be a hillbilly story or a big city story. You know, I think I am going to take this green right here and just pop it right here. This is, again, the green from, well, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to end up liking it, but it's too late now. The green from the Glam Light. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of bring this up. I don't know how fall-y this is going to look. I think it should still look like fall just because of green and purple are kind of fall-y. The leaves are changing colors. So it's probably going to be pink for this lower lid, guys. Pink or gold. I don't know. Okay, now I'm thinking of my next story, guys. It's going to come to me. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got a good one. I don't know. The year's 1980 something. Okay, I'm in rural Ohio. Hillbilly Appalachia, Ohio, guys, okay? We don't have the internet in the 80s, okay? Now I'm going to take this, do I want to take the teal? Yeah, I think we're going to take the teal out of here. And they tell us to go meet at some girl's house that's about my age, right? Everyone go down. They don't really tell us what's going on. But, you know, if the whole town is going to be there, we got to be there. So it was walking distance where she lived from my house to where we were going to all meet at this girl's house. I'm little, and I knew the girl from town, so I got to sit. We all met at a picnic table in her backyard, and I got to sit actually at the picnic table at one of the seats, you know, and I'm excited. I don't even know what's going on, but I am so excited, right? Just chilling on this this picnic table. And then a whole bunch of people gather. So a whole bunch of people in her backyard all around this picnic table. I'm kind of like, what is going on here? You know, like, why did they invite us? Why did I get so close? And by the way, the girl who was my age, I don't even know that she even went to school, guys. She might have been homeschooled. She had a lot of health problems. So, you know. But anyway, as we're all chilling, out comes, oh, I can't even think of Richard Simmons. I couldn't think of his name. You know, the fitness guy from the 80s. Here he comes, rolling up, and he starts doing his dances. Hello, Lalaya. How are you? Leela, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't listen to the haters. I even just let him boost my algorithm. So anyway, out comes Richard Simmons, guys, dancing his way to the picnic table. He gets on the picnic table, dances some more, and he, you know, does a little bit of inspirational talking and stuff. And apparently he was there for the girl that was my age, to help inspire her and give her some tips on losing weight. so that she can get around more and get back into school. And a very, let me just say, unique experience, guys. A very unique experience. Who would have dreamed that Richard Simmons would go to Appalachia to dance on a picnic table? And he didn't like film a video, but it did make the news. So we were on the news. And now I need to know if you guys think that story was true. Do you think I really met Richard Simmons on a picnic table in Appalachia dancing? Yes, guys, that story is actually 100% true. And now I am almost done with my eyeshadow, guys. I don't know, it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person. Actually, in person, it's actually looking really good. I'm not even going to lie. I like how it's turning out. But I don't know. On camera, it's not looking nearly as good. That green and that, the green washes me out. Green doesn't always look very good on me. Okay, so we're going to some more green away. Some more green. And then I'm going to add a little bit of like brown in here. A little bit of brown in here. That brown should also kind of help make it look a little bit more fall-y. That's probably what I need to do, is add a little bit of brown. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add just a little hint of like a coffee shade, because this will just home in the fall, I think. Okay. And then I'm going to come up with another story while I finish this look, because now I just have blush and my lips to do, guys. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get a blush brush. Okay, so the next story we're going to make is before the internet. We'll make the year, I don't know, somewhere in the early 90s or late 80s. Okay, I am walking around Appalachia, guys, you know, in my little town. Because, yeah, we could walk around. I was actually in a little town, so we had a little downtown. It was, you know, reasonably safe to walk around. Just a regular old day in the summer because, you know, I couldn't walk around in the winter. I had school. So I'm walking around doing my thing, guys. And a limo pulls up. Big old black limo. To me, it's the fanciest thing I've probably ever seen in my life. Because we don't get limos in my hometown. Not that I've ever seen. Squirrels on my roof, guys. There's squirrels on my roof. So anyway, this big old giant stretch limo, you know, it wouldn't be so fancy now because it would look really old and dated. But back then, it was, you know, one of the fanciest cars I had ever seen. Like, I don't think you could even rent limos in my town. Like, you just didn't see them. But this limo pulls around as I'm walking, pulls up to me. And mind you, I always looked really young for my age because I was slow to grow. Obviously, I didn't even finish growing. So, you know, at 14, I would have looked 10, 9 years old, somewhere in there. So if somebody pulls up to me, I look like a kid in this limo. I don't know what they want. You know, I don't even know if I should go up to it, but then I've never seen a limo. So, you know, nosiness will get the best of me. So, of course, I have to go approach it as the window's rolling down. I am just like, who in the heaven's sakes could this be? And then, when I get up there, it's R. Kelly. It's R. Kelly cruising around in Appalachia looking for kids. Yeah, but again, mind you, I was probably 14, 15, maybe even 16, but I looked 8 years old. I did look 8 years old at 14 and 15. So he pulls up. When I see who it is, I had already heard about the videotapes and all of that. But I was a kid, or a teenager. So I didn't realize so wrong with it. So I had to go up, chit chat with him myself. He's asking, do I have any friends? What do I like to do for fun? And then at that time, my mom comes cruising around in her car, guys. And she's not having me. I mean, it doesn't matter, famous or not. I wasn't allowed to talk to grown men right on the middle of the street. So she came along and I went running. I didn't get his phone number. I didn't get nothing because I was so scared I was going to be in trouble for talking to a man. Oh, somebody's. Thank you, Ross. I don't know why they blocked that. You're right. I am. I need my crown on. Hold on. You reminded me, Ross. There's my crown. Well, Clint, how are you? So after my mom chased me away, I tried to, go walk and find my other friends to tell them what had just happened. That, hey, R. Kelly is cruising around town looking for kids. Of course, to me, we weren't kids, so I didn't say that. I just said he's cruising around asking if I've got friends. Yes, and then we couldn't find him. It's like my mom scared him off too. He's like, I don't want no part of this, and I've never seen that limo or him again. And now I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to think about that, and then let me know if you think that story is true. Did R. Kelly come to Appalachia in the 80s and 90s and try to just pick up random kids? So I'm putting on my eyeliner now, guys. This one here is by Paleado. All of this will be on my LTK, which I put down there, guys, because I'm almost done. I wasn't going to do like a big fancy look, but I did do a different look than what I had been doing. I'm not sure I'm feeling it. I'm not sure how I feel about this look, guys. Yeah, I know. I'm getting it. Look at that. I'm getting this everywhere. It's on a hair or something. I can't find where the hair is that's picking up my eyeliner. Crap. You guys see that? Got on a hair and then just started going everywhere. Okay, I'll put some more powder on. Okay, so let's try to even out my eyeliner because I'm not sure they both look the same. Yeah. They're actually not too bad. Okay, back to the R. Kelly story. Any guesses? Welcome, Ronald and Omar. Woo! I am the reigning Appalachian queen. You know that. That is darn Skippy. Darn Skippy. And the R. Kelly story, woo! Not true, guys. Not true. Not true. He did not go rolling up in Appalachia that I know of anyway. I never heard about it. However, with that being said, his videotape definitely did make its rounds. Whenever that videotape came out in the 80s or 90s, by golly, people had it on the street corner. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you, on the street corner, selling it like they do in New York. Laying out on tables. I don't know how that was even legal, I guess, considering that they never proved she was underage. Thank you, Ronald and Armar. But he did not ever pull up. We had Silk come to town. And they may have been trying to snatch kids. All the girls that they brought to their room were of age, but they all looked underage. And what they were asking to do, I guess I'll just tell that story. And you guys can guess if it's true or not, even though I already just told you. So this would have been 90s. Because I had already moved to Columbus, so we was of age. I was 18, 19. So it would have been around 94, 95. Silk comes to my hometown. You know, like the boy band Silk guys. Comes to my hometown to perform at the college, because we do got a little college down there. And staying in the Holiday Inn. I'm not even kidding. Well, guess you're going to be guessing if it's true or not. So anyway, I was in Columbus. I didn't make this one. This isn't going to so much include me. So I didn't get to go see him or anything. My best friend did. Her and one of her friends. Oh, my friend too. They're all still my friends. But anyway, they went to the concert, and afterwards, it's a small town. Everybody was around the Holiday Inn waiting to get a view, hoping they'd come out. And I'll be darned if they didn't send out the bodyguard, security, whoever's with them, to come out and pick girls to bring up. And I wasn't there, so I didn't get to see how or why they picked them. But anyway, my best friend and her friend got picked to go up there. We're all about 18. I hadn't had my son yet, so I had to be about 18, 19 years old. They get called up there, guys, and they said there were lots of girls, and a lot of them they didn't even know where did they come from then. Who knows? Because it's a small town. We all knew each other, so these girls were not from our town that they had up there, maybe not of age, and they probably did not think my best friend and her friend were of age, because we all looked really young. Maybe not as young as I did, but we all looked really young. Anyway, they get up there and they want them to do some freaky deaky things, guys, like things they're not comfortable with. So my friends leave, because they said straight up, look, we don't want to be alone with you. This isn't that kind of hookup kind of deal. If you're not going to be part of the party, part of the party, you got to go. So they made them leave. And that's our story. And I just wonder, and now in hindsight, if they weren't trafficking. And that's why they were bringing up random girls that even went to that town. I'm not even kidding, because I don't know why. I mean, we didn't have no big venue. You didn't have the internet. You couldn't advertise, so you wouldn't have been getting, a very big turnout. I don't know how financially touring in my hometown at that point in time. We had never had anybody come there before, ever. Now the college has performances. And you might get smaller names, but I still don't see any big names ever coming there, because Silk was big back then. So my personal opinion, they were there for something fishy. And labeled it as a concert. Because I know they invited all kinds of underage girls up there. At least I'm assuming. Okay, I'm trying to find a highlighter, guys. That is like the only thing left I have. And I don't know where I put my highlighters at. I am so not organized right now. Is this it? Yep, here we go. I got it. Lunch money. Collar pop. Guys, and now, before I end the live, guys, you have to guess, was that story real? Did my best friend and them meet Silk and get invited to their hotel room? They were probably doing some illegal activities. And yeah, that story is actually true. I never knew who the band was. I forgot because, again, I was in college and stuff, guys. I couldn't get down to my hometown to participate. And I don't even remember what I was going to say. But it is true. That is another true story brought to you by the Queen of Appalachia, guys. Another Appalachia-born story. Towel, silk, possibly human trafficking down in Appalachia. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. And then, guys, this is my makeup. I'm not going to do much else, even though I probably should put a little bit more blush on. You can't really see it. And my eye makeup looks a lot better in person. It's really making my dark circles look bad in the lighting, or at least on the camera. But in person, it's really, really pretty because it's like purple and green. I don't know. I like it. I used Glam Light today for that. And now, guys, I am going to go probably work on editing. I got some videos to film. I'm not going nowhere. And I'm drinking my skinny coffee. Sure. Yeah, I'm drinking my skinny coffee. It's my collagen coffee, guys. That's my breakfast. I don't even know what I'm going to have for lunch right now. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know. Nothing sounds good. Should go down to the diner up the street and get roast or something. I don't know. But I'll see you guys later. Woo, 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 woo.